Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 140. Before we start off, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe and tell your friends. So, I'll be doing part two of my blind vinyl purchases hair metal edition. I did part one, episode 139, so last episode. So now I'll be doing the last part for the hair metal. There's more. I'll do pop, maybe pop one day there. Hard rock, new wave of British heavy metal ish type music. So that'll come eventually also. So right now I'll be doing part two of and the last part so far, and unless I buy other bands I've never heard of or didn't buy at the time. So once again, the rule is, since I've been starting collecting vinyl like 5-6 years ago, bands that I bought on vinyl, but I did not buy on back then on cassette or CD or whatnot there. So pretty much stuff that I decided, what the hell, let's just buy this. It was cheap or the cover was cool. You'll see where I'm going with this soon there. So anyway, that's the rule for that. So here's my last 10 for hair metal or hair metal-ish stuff there. So, and this is alphabetical order, no particular order here. So one that, here I'll show you the band. They're Highway Child. I guess it's based on that Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child, I guess. This was always very critically acclaimed by Martin Popoff, and I found the album. This is back when I had maybe less than 50 vinyl. Times have changed, trust me, a lot more now. I found Rockorama for used. It was there for years and years. I'm like, I'll buy it. I've heard the name. It's actually pretty good. I like it. So I bought this one and the first. It's like an EP. So I have the first three. I think the fourth one is only available on cassette. It's like a Western themed. And there's a new one. It's on my wish list. From 2008, I believe. So I like these guys. I don't love them, but I do like them. I enjoy these albums very much there. So yes, I will be finishing my collection with that one album I'm missing. The one on cassette or digital. It's not even on CD, I think. I'll see if I can find it on iTunes or something like that there. But, I may have heard the name back then. Well, I did hear the name because when I saw Rockorama, I was like, okay, I heard of that band before. Well, that's not true. I heard from it from that Martin Popoff book. That's where I heard about it. Apart from that, I didn't hear any music from this here. So here's Highway Child. Pretty decent band. I like these guys here. Before we start off again, cheers to you guys again. Thank you guys for watching again. Really appreciate it. Next up, I may have known the name at the time. I only came across these guys in the last few years. So I'm talking about Icon. I have done an episode on these guys. I have their 3 albums on vinyl. Plus there's one that's just available on either CD or I have it on digital there. But I knew the name. Here's the back cover. Yeah, I love it. The risk you got to pay when you're buying these used here, I guess. I've got them all. Like, if that one album ever comes out on vinyl, which I doubt, I will get it there just to complete my collection. I like these guys. I think there are many people who like this album first and not as much the album 2 and 3. I personally think that they get better and better as they move along there. This is still a very good album. It's more hard rock, raw, where the other ones are getting more hair metal, glammy with keyboards and all that there, which isn't a bad thing. But yeah, I do like this band here. So Icon, hadn't even heard of the name. I may have seen a poster at the time, but it's not until the last few years that I've seen people posting these. And of course, if you follow my Instagram page, I post a vinyl of the day, and other people do the same, and that's like, oh yeah, that would be a cool band to get, or I've never heard of that, or again, more to come on that later on. So anyway, Icon, I do like these guys here. So there you go. I got all of them. What I can get anyway. All right, next up. Okay, I'll be honest here. I bought this with because of my sexist album covers, and I'm talking about Legs Diamond. This is gonna be one of my favorite covers ever. If you're a sexist pig like I am, just like my friend Yan just called me a big, a big fat pig today. Anyway, but actually, you know what? This actually turned out to be a very good album. This is actually a very good, pleasant surprise. I do have another one. It's got a gun on the cover. I forget but you know what? For this episode, I'm like, might as well come out with this one here. They're not bad. I'll get the rest, not by huge effort there, but I forget how many other bands, how many other albums, sorry, that they have. I think they have 4, maybe 5 albums. So I have 2 so far. Always found them used. So yeah, pretty good. Notice I'm actually always staring at the album cover. Yeah, that's. But anyway, Legs Diamond, Town Bad Girl. Actually, it was pleasantly surprised. I thought I was just buying it for the cover. Turns out the music here is actually not bad also. So there you go, Legs Diamond. But again, hadn't heard the name. Maybe again vaguely familiar with, but this was not popular at all in my teens here. So there you go, Legs Diamond. Next up, I've done an episode on these guys and actually like these guys a lot too. Lion, I've had this album for a long time. I only recently got the other 2 albums that I'm missing for these guys. And I actually got the Transformers soundtrack on vinyl also, because it's got some really good stuff on that too. So yeah, we all know why I bought this, because of Doug Aldrich. But I had not heard of the name Lion until Dio's album Killing the Dragon. Like, I hadn't heard anything at all from this band. I didn't know the name. I'm not a Transformers fan. I'm more of a G.I. Joe fan back in my teen or kid years there. So I didn't go see the movie or whatnot or get the soundtrack, but very proud to have this whole collection of Lion. But again, sorry, did not know anybody that knew or had any Lion as a kid. And it's not until like with Dio's album there, 2004, 5-ish, Killing the Dragon. That's not until then I actually, when Googled Doug Aldrich name. Was Google a thing back in 2005? Yeah, I think so. Huh? Anyway, where I searched his name up on the internet. It was probably yahoo.com at the time. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I was like, oh my God, Lion. I'm like, never even heard of this band here. So I get another pleasant surprise here. So Lion, another one that I never heard of at the time. Blind by. I did see the video for Power Love after I found out the name, saw the video for Power Love. I'm like, whoa, this is really good. And yeah, I mean, Power Love is the best thing to me that they've ever done, but there's a lot of good stuff here too. So Lion. All right. All right, these guys I've known all my life. Never bought them, never listened to them. I hardly ever saw maybe a video here and there on the Power Hour. Nothing. It's when the internet came out, I started downloading some songs, and I'm like, wow, actually, they're pretty good. So I'm talking about Loudness. I do have Thunder in the East, the one after that, which is Lightning Strikes, Hurricane Eyes. That's it. That's what I had. Those three albums. Now, these three albums are freaking good, like really good. I was like, wow, how come I didn't buy this at the time? I knew of them. I knew where they were from. I knew they were Asian or Japanese or Chinese. I forget where they're from there. But I knew of them. Just never gave them a shot until I saw the two videos, which is Rock and Roll, which is just Crazy Nights, I think. But my favorite is what the hell is that other one there? I keep forgetting now. It's not a Let It Go. That's it. Let It Go. Let It Go. That's friggin' love that song. I love that song. But yeah, these guys are friggin' good. Would I get the rest of the discography? Probably not. They have like 21 albums, and if not more, like it's over 20 albums for sure. Some are sung in Japanese, some are new metal. Like they went all over the place, these guys here. If I find them used, like without actually searching for them, of course I mean, there's a few others that after the three that they did one with an American singer there. I forget his name there, but I want to get that one too there. Sorry. But yeah, will I go out of my way to get all the 21 or plus albums? No. I like what I have here. If I find them, then... but yeah, this was actually a very pleasant surprise. I knew about them all my life. Never saw any videos from them. I saw their posters all the time on in Metal Edge. So, Loudness, I actually probably so far would say that this is the best out of this second bunch here. So there you go, Loudness. Next up, okay, I found these, and there was plenty. One sec there. There was plenty at the used store from this band. I was like, first of all, the album cover, again, was for my sexist... There's a worse one, but I'm just going to show this one here. So, Mama's Boys. Never heard of these guys. They were never in Metal Edge. I never saw a video. Bought this because of the cover, just for to make a sexist episode. And you know what? These guys are actually pretty good. The three albums that I have. I mean, nothing wow, but... yeah, I actually enjoy this band quite a lot here. There's a picture of them here. I guess they're a trio. But yeah, this is actually a pleasant surprise. Not as those ones there. They're not always on my turntable, but I do remember. From what I heard, I was like, yeah, you know what? This is very decent music here. So I think they have one, maybe two other albums I don't have. Again, I'm not going to make an effort to try and find them. But if I find them, yeah, I'll get the rest just to finish my collection and make an episode out of these guys here. Because, yeah, I would have a lot to say about this band here as what to do and what not to do for to get successful or to get known. So anyway, Mama's Boys, actually, this was actually not bad at all. Next up, okay, these guys. So... I mentioned that I have my Instagram page also, and I post a vinyl of the day. And some other people also post their vinyls from here and there. And I saw this. This was actually a little game I had with Darren, which I was trying to find hair metal albums that he had never heard of. So I saw this. So I bought it online. So Reckless, they're from Canada. And I'm like, I'm going to get him this time. And then, of course, he just messaged me. He goes, yeah, I think I'm friends with two of those guys on Facebook. I'm just like, oh, my God. So I thought they had just the one album. This is good. I wouldn't say great. They're good. And then, of course, and Steve had made an episode, which was female-fronted bands. And that's where I realized that they have another album, which doesn't look like the same band because it was a girl singer. It's a terrible album cover. So I'm like, now I got both their albums, Reckless. So, I mean, they're good. Would I say great? No. But I think now I got all their albums now, so we'll see there. But yeah, these guys are from Toronto, I believe. Well, anyway, they're Canadian. I know that. Like I said, decent stuff. There, don't go out of your way to buy this. If you actually, I went out of my way to get this because just so I could get there, and I was like, no, he knew about them, and he's friends with 2 people on Facebook too. I was like, oh my god. So anyway, Reckless, this one, and plus I got their first one now, which doesn't look like the same band at all, but fairly decent. So here we go, Reckless. I think my voice is coming back. It's not as itchy anymore. All right, this one. It's not one of those albums. If ever I make a sexist episode with male covers on the cover, this would be number 1. But the only reason I've got this, Silent Rage, I got this because it's on Gene Simmons Records. So I try to get pretty much... and I saw the video on YouTube. Was it I'm a Rebel Without a Cause, right? I'm a rebel. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of where hair metal was starting to go wrong a little bit there. But yeah, this will not get male... well, again, I didn't buy... I knew of the name at the time. I think this is their only album. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I bought this. It was actually pretty good. Wasn't planning on buying anything else there, but and of course the album Don't Touch Me there. Okay. But yeah, it's decent. It's good. There, would I get another one from these guys? If I found it used, like I said, which I doubt, these are not hard to find, these types of... Anybody out there realize, like, is it just me, or hard rock or hair metal on vinyl is very difficult to find in used stores? If ever you see one, they're like gone the next day. But other bands, they'll be there forever for some reason there. So yeah. So anyway, Silent Rage. I bought this not because the album cover obviously there. I did buy this because this was on Simmons Records. I'm trying to get a few of his. There you go. There's his Moneybag logo. Try to get a few of Gene Simmons produced albums there. So this is another one here. It's good. It's nothing super original there. So, but I really like that one song there, Rebel with a Cause. Sorry. So you go Silent Rage. All right. Next up, I never even heard of this name until maybe 6 months ago, maybe, or a year. So I bought their first 2 albums, and so I'm talking about Tiger Tales. Never heard of this band before. I should have. I have another album from them, but they have like 6 or 7 albums, something like that there. Would I get them? If I can find them at a decent price. Yeah, I like them. It was actually surprisingly... I actually prefer this one to the other one. The other one has got the 4... I forget the name of the album there. But this one I actually like a lot. This was actually very good, I found. So, Tiger Tales. Never heard of these guys at the time. Were not... I don't think they were in Metal Edge. If they did, I must have skipped through it without noticing it. But yeah, I actually found this one actually the album cover is a lot better than the other one. I find the blue really sticks out there. I find, but would I get the other ones? Yeah, maybe. Not with a huge effort, but yeah, I would get some more of these guys there. But yeah, I've never heard of these guys until like less than a year ago. I know that. And this was never on the Power Hour. I don't think so. Anyway, Tiger Tales was... anyway, I have 2 of them now. So, we'll see where this goes here. So, and last... I won this on a raffle. Proud to have won it on a raffle. I'm glad I didn't spend the money for it. It's good. So I'm talking about Vane. Now, I'm not a huge sleaze like your LA Guns or Faster Pussycat. I like those guys. I don't love them. I find us sort of in the same vein musically. But this is not a cheap album to find here. It's a little pricey there. I mean, I do like Beat the Bullet. I saw the video. But this one, I knew the name. I must have heard it somewhere. I've heard it, never saw a video, never... I'm not even sure if anybody has this in my friends. A lot of these bands, I don't think that my friends have on cassette or CD, much less vinyl. This is like an expensive one to find. I know my friend Yan has his copy too, I think. But I like I said, I was always mixing up Vane and Icon. Maybe it was because of four-letter, mind you, so was Russian Kiss. But anyway, we all know that you can't really mix those guys up there. But for some reason, I thought Icon was Vane or Vane was Icon or something like that there. Sort of the same type of music to a point. This is more sleaze. The other one's more glammy, I find there. But yeah, good one. Vane, no respect there. Would I get the rest? Probably not. Unless I found it like a decent price there. I really am not going to go out of my way to get the other albums of this band here. I'm saying this now, and of course, watch me in a few months. I'm like, oh, look, I got all the Vane albums. But yeah, it's good. It's vaguely familiar. I didn't know it at the time who they were. But anyway, here we go. Vane. And that's the end of part 2. So first of all, man, I love that stuff. Anybody asking for new listeners, this is Grand Marnier. I always have a drink of that. So that's pretty much the albums I bought blindly without knowing, or I saw a video on YouTube, or I've heard a song, I knew the name. I'm trying to, like my I was telling my friend Pascal, like I'm trying to collect all sci-fi movies if I can, because I like those that much. I'm trying to get all the hair metal out there, but there's some that I'm just like not gonna get. Like some of them I'm like, no, I'm not gonna get. I'm not gonna name names here, but I'm trying to get a good hair metal collection going here, and then we'll move on to cock rock, glam rock. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm trying to get what I can there. I'm buying some of these albums just to give you guys some entertainment there, but I do listen to them there. So anyway, so that's the end of part 2 for hair metal. I'm not sure which genre I'm going to do for the next one, but a lot of albums I've bought blindly over the past 5 years. Some good, some not so good, some really bad. We'll see what genre I'm going to do next there. But anyway, curious to see if you guys know of these bands or like these bands. Which should I get? Which should I not get? Like I told you guys which ones I think I'm gonna get there with. But anyway, it depends on how good the wallet is there. So anyway, on that note, that's it for today's episode. So that's my end of part 2. So I'll see you guys next episode. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and we shall see you guys next episode for whatever subject I come up with. Oh, no, I know exactly what I know exactly. I'm doing a, well, you'll have to stick around and see there. I'm recording it this weekend with a friend of mine. So anyway, have yourself a good one, and we shall see you guys next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday morning. Take care. Bye-bye.